All right, everyone, welcome back. Let me get on the stage. Hello, thanks for sticking around through the break. I have one last piece of trivia for you all. One last sticker left. Now, did you know that our wonderful sound engineer, Marty Jones, records every single gig in multitrack off the desk? And some of those multitracks get picked by Jared Payne to be mixed and mastered at Wizard Tone Studios, and then we release them as albums on Bandcamp. Does anyone know how many albums COMA has on Bandcamp? 19. What was that? 19. 22. 71. Higher. This is since 2011. 155. Higher. 220. Lower. 196. So it's between 150 and 200. 175. That's pretty close. 177. That's too high. We're just going to be guessing here. Swap those last two numbers. 167. We have a winner. I'll give you a sticker on my way back. But anyway, you're welcome to buy those albums and support COMA and everything we do and the artists we work with. But for now, we've been talking about them kind of all night. It's the Marmalade Trio. They played the first ever COMA gig. We love them. We know them. Please welcome to the stage, Marmalade Trio.
Thank you so much, music lovers. Shireen Kemlani on the electric bass. John McDermott on the drums. We are Marmalade Trio, as of the original interpretation of the ensemble. The very, very first gig we did on this stage, we did not play this tune, unlike N. So N, that was an excellent job to bring in the connections. We did not play this tune because it didn't exist. And John also was not on this stage on that night. Shame on him because he moved to Queensland. But good on him, he moved back. I know he was, okay, he wasn't here. He was just doing a gig with Jerry, probably. He's doing a gig with Lucifer's Lounge. He sold himself to the devil. Yeah. Anyway, that's a tune called King's Cross Tango. Wrote that, funnily enough, when I was staying in King's Cross and frankly struggling. I was doing this intense gig, couple of weeks at the Opera House with this amazing singer from Ireland. And the music was really dark. And I'm going to say my head was not in a good place. And I wrote this piece. So that was King's Cross Tango. We're going to continue with a tune that we may have played on the first gig. I'm not 100% sure because I left the Windows world and joined Mac world the year after. So I don't have any of my set lists before 2006. But funnily enough, this suit is from 2006. That's right. So it's almost 2005. Oh, it smells like it. Thank you, John. Always there with the line. All right, this is a tune called The Bella Dance, which was on our album from 1999. Thank you very much. The Bella Dance, inspired by our former dog, the good dog we had, called Bella. No disrespect to our current annoying dog. She's lovely. She's very cute. Yep. This next tune is called On the Wheel. I wrote an album end of 2022 in 2 weeks, all inspired by my aunties and my grandmas and my mum and my wife, all these female figures in my life. And I wrote it in 2.5 weeks, which was dumb. And then Lyndon and I and Josh, we recorded it, and we couldn't release it because the piano was so freaking out of tune. Yeah, and we tuned it a lot, and it's still just, so I couldn't release it. Anyway, so we've never released these things, and most of these things haven't really been played. I'm going to record it sometime again, and this is one of the tunes. This is written for my Melbourne Aunt Jan. I have 2 Aunt Jans, and it's offspring of one of the Aunt Jans who lives in Miltana. I wrote a piece for her, don't worry. But it's not this one. This is the one called On the Wheel for my Aunt Jan, who was a potter. As in, made pots. Thank you very much. On the Wheel. This is our pop set, by the way. We're trying to play the songs relatively short. It's late in the evening. This next tune I wrote about 2019. It's called Algal Bloom. Sadly, very topical. And when I wrote it, I think we'd had some outbreaks of blue-green algae in the Torrens or something. And I kind of was sort of doing a little bit of a mix-up with a certain tune on a Miles Davis album, Blue in Green, and it was blue-green algae. So there's kind of this little weird sort of stealing from that with a slightly odd form of that tune. But yeah, it's just a little bit too topical and a little bit uncomfortable. Emily and I were just at the ABC earlier today, and as on the screen out there, there's this thing about the big algal bloom and these dead fish on the screen and how much industry has been destroyed and livelihood's been destroyed. And of course, nature has been destroyed. So this is called Algal Bloom, and it will feature some Shireen Kemblani interpretations of that. Thank you, Algal Bloom. All right, this definitely will feature Shireen. She'll play a much longer solo than she did that time. This is a tune. She's giving me that look that says, no, I'm not. We've worked together a lot. I asked my wife to bring my suit for me because I was at uni and I was on my bicycle. And she said, I got the brown striped suit. She got the wrong brown striped suit. Who owns two brown striped suits for a start? But this is the classic 2006. From when we were on tour together in WA, and the other suit actually was when we were on tour in Singapore together with my wife, and Shireen's dad made it, which is why I was going to wear it. But it's okay. It's okay, it's my fault. I didn't explain which brown stripy suit it was. Anyway, that's unrelated. Don't really know why that came out. Okay, we're going to play a tune of mine I wrote for our goddaughter. It's called Esther's Bounce. It's a funky thing. Esther lives in Queensland now, but they used to live just around the corner from us. Thank you very much. Shireen Kimlani on the electric bass. John McDermott on the drums. Marty Jones on sound. You, the audience. Hooray. Okay, we're going to play a tune called... Is it Bonera? Yeah, great. This is a tune called Bonera. Don't worry, we're nearly finished. This is a tune that I wrote back in the summer of 1997. It was very, very hot. We had no air conditioning. We just had a fan. And it was very hot, as I said. And I dedicated this to my biggest fan, and it's called Bonera. Hilarious joke. Thank you so much. I just found it much more interesting, though, when many years later, Don Brow, many of you remember Don Brow, and the late Don Brow was around the Adelaide Jazz Scene magazine, a great saxophone player and clarinet player. And he came in and said, "So you know that song you wrote, Bonera? Yeah. You did name it after that Caribbean island, didn't you?" Like, what? Does anyone know there's a Caribbean island called Bonaire? Good on you. Hands up, who was that? You deserve a sticker. No, oh, you only know that because I told you in class. That doesn't count. No sticker for him. Oh, maybe actually, he's lovely. He's not a student anymore, I can say what else. Love you, Curtis, you're great. I still miss you and your humour. His dad jokes are worse than mine. Anyway, sorry. So this is Bonera, and it has a little twist from the original version. It went into an Afro-Cuban version for many years, and now it's come back to its home in Brazil, but clearly not Brazil because it's actually Bonaire, which is this little island. It's a Dutch colony former, and it speaks multiple languages, and I don't really know much about it. Sounds like you do. John McDermott on the drums. Shireen Kamlani on the bass. We have one more tune for you. I accidentally, stupidly, didn't read all the information, and I prepared an hour set, and then I said, oh, it's a half an hour set. Okay, so we've probably done 40 minutes, I'm going to be honest. Actually, I have no clue. We're going to finish with a tune. It's a finale. It's called Now and Forever. It's a little gospel number. Hope it cheers you up. It's been amazing to be part of COMA all these years and to tell terrible jokes from this stage and have a number of people look at me and think really weird thoughts. But COMA has been an amazing part of the scene and enriched the community dramatically, encouraged people to write music and given them a platform in which to share that music. And that is a pretty amazing thing. So I think you should all just give an amazing clap to COMA. And please give a massive applause to the people who actually helped make it happen, as that is the COMA committee. Give them a round of applause, yeah! Great. Okay, we're going to play Now and Forever. Thank you very much.
Please keep it going for Marmalade Trio. That was amazing. So much fun, so joyful. And that's very much the mood of the night. Thank you for the kind words as well. It's very important that we have this wonderful community. Thank you for coming out every second Monday or so for the last 20 years, and also sometimes Fridays like today. COMA is very important, and it's because of the audience that it's able to keep going. So thank you all very much for all of your dedication and listening ears and joy and participation. Thank you for playing. Thank you for taking cake home with you. That would be much appreciated. And we'll see you on Monday. Tell your friends and family. Thank you. Thank you to Marty. Marty on sound every single time. He's incredible. He's the backbone of the audio. Thanks, everyone. Good night.